Alright, so you can still see the aftermath a little bit, but I had to start recording because I got a third blood moon, and I wasn't going to record it, but then a goblin invasion showed up, so I thought, you know what? Fine. I I guess, you know what? Let's try this one with, let's actually move away from our NPCs and just see how our... Well, we've got it at 4% already, but that's not too high. Let's see how our towers do. Our imps will probably do... Okay, our imps are doing a ton of the work. But let's see how our towers handle this. Just gonna, like, stand inside this. Yeah, our imps are doing a lot of this, but that's alright. So that does, like, 4 ticks to them. Let's try the flamer. It seems like it's doing work. I think I'm feeling like these each of these turrets maybe is about as good as like a single imp, which is kind of why it's like maybe I'm a little hesitant to expect great things versus the Wall of Flesh, knowing that the turrets just are not exactly equipped. Well, I mean, it's weird, like, the turrets are built for exactly this, they just happen to be kind of weak turrets. Where even is this thing showing up that I keep... Oh. When's the lightning one? I mean, this is getting rid of the goblin army relatively quickly, but it's mostly my, oh, there come all the goblin banners. It's mostly my imps to thank for that. But anyway, I don't know, I figured I'd go ahead and turn that on. Just cause, because the blood moon was so good to me. It's a curse of not recording. Trying to do like something as simple as build a little home for the steampunk person off camera just turns into a world of so many banners. This is, for a house that I built kind of exclusively to place banners on, this is sort of a bad house to place banners on. But that's okay. I'm still going to keep working on it. I'm going to end up theming this like way more steampunky when I get the material to do so. But for now, it's just going to be like regular old housing. So what did I get during that eclipse? Or not eclipse, blood moon. I got a shark tooth necklace, which I think is interesting. And I got a warding shackle, which is hilarious, because something that I was going to show off when we got back to, like, our next session is I went ahead and I made a warding shackle. I took, like, a regular shackle and reforged it to warding. It cost me about a gold to get to warding, maybe. And I was thinking, against the Wall of Flesh, my tiger climbing gear is not doing anything for me, so I'd rather just have, like, 5 defense. Which I still agree with, but now I just have another warding shackle that just happened to drop, so... That's funny that it dropped exactly that. It feels weird to sell something when you just, like, reforge for that. But the other thing I got that's great is I got my money trough. It's funny, I got both the shark tooth and necklace and the money trough in my... It's a really weird noise that... Oh, it's because I'm summoning a trap. Both in my blood moon that I didn't catch on camera. That's okay. Where do I want to put this other piggy bank? It's kind of going to be like my backup one. I'll just put it there for now. I can have a few piggy banks here, I guess. That's fine. Yeah, that works. So I was working on this little, like, steamship thing. And I need more copper ore for it, so I'll go get some. I'm just gonna keep working on it and pretend like that whole... Let's see, where do I want to go to get copper? Any copper just like hanging out. You'd think I could... I guess I'll just jump down the mine, and I'm sure there's copper somewhere. It's rare that I go mining for like a material like that, but you know, I'm trying to do right by my builds. There's a little bit. It's not exactly worth stopping for, that little bit of copper, but let's see if we can find... I want to stay at about... Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was going to say I wanted to stay about this depth because you go much below this and the main mineral starts to be iron. This is good though, because I got a little bit of this. Done off camera, and now I get to kind of walk you through a little bit of my building process. I made a... heavy slab, or heavy workbench over there, just so that I could have a heavy workbench to get slabs. I like the way the slabs look. Give me a little bit more room on here to do some fancy things. These torches are just temporary because I was building during like night, and you know, blood and moon night, not very bright, so. This is an odd-looking thing. I don't know how I feel about the ship yet. Hopefully it'll come along. It kind of looks like a weird animal right now. But yeah, we'll get... I'm not exactly Mr. Ship person. I do want to go get more dungeons. Oh my god. Alright. Well, at least I should be... Ooh. Let's see, I might have spoke too soon, but I should be... I should have enough mobility stuff that getting through this blizzard is, like, not too big of an issue. Although it's silly that it's even, like, a thing. Like, I shouldn't... I hate the fact that I hate the blizzard and the sandstorm so much. I can't even begin to describe how, what's the thing about Terraria that, like, people look forward to the least? Like, running across the overworld. Like, why would you make more of that? Like, nobody wants to run across the overworld more or slower. Like, it was a terrible, terrible, terrible decision for them to add sandstorms and blizzards, like that do this, that impede your movement. Like if they didn't affect your movement, they'd be totally fine. But the fact that they affect your movement is just ridiculous, ridiculous. Whatever. Ooh, I'll grab that copper. You know, the shadewood has a little bit of red accent, so I could see getting some of that, possibly. I realize my movement actually feels a little off now that I don't have tiger climbing claws on, but that's okay. So much meteor. If only we needed meteor for something. I've thought about getting a little bit of meteor just to have, you know what, while I'm here, let's get some dungeon brick. I don't have a use for it right now. That could always change. I think I have some back at the base, so I don't need to get a ton. I think the insult to injury with the blizzard and the sandstorm was the fact that for so many people, I don't know, especially early on, but even still, they say they fixed it, but I don't know how well they fixed it. The fact that it tanks your frame rate to have all this stuff going on, it's like, wow, you introduced something that tanks my frame rate to slow me down. Like the intended mechanic is slowing me down, and the bug is also slowing me down. Or maybe crashing Terraria for some people. Like, I know there were people who literally couldn't play when they first introduced the sandstorm. Or if, like, when I was hearing about it originally, I was expecting it to be, like, kind of rare. It sounded kind of neat. Like, it was, like, this rare, like, oh, you might get this rare event where you can fight, like, sand elementals, and it'll come up on you, and you'll be like, oh, man, it's the sand thing, and you get all excited. But no, it wasn't a rare event. It was, like, it's, like, more common than rain, or as common as rain. I don't know which, but it's all the time. You always seem like you're fighting against sand or blizzard. I'm not, like, too salty about it. Like, if I was too salty about it, I just wouldn't be playing Terraria. But it definitely, like... I know the speedrun community was really sad about it. And it definitely was one of those things where... Like, when you... Like... When a normal new update comes around, if there's stuff in it that you don't like, you can just be like, all right, I'm not gonna do the, if you let's say that the fishing update came out, and you didn't like fishing very much, you could just say, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna enjoy Fishron, or maybe I'll just ignore this whole update, and that would be something you could do. But the sand update is just like, okay, everybody better like getting blown around and not being able to physically walk forward and just like dying in sand in the overworld, because there's no opting out unless you want to like revert your save. There's no opting out of the sand situation, which just seems very silly to me. But I don't know. Everybody has their own idea of what's fun. And it's important to remember that everybody does feel that way, and that theoretically there could be some people out there who really like the sand mechanic. There's not. I don't think there's a person who likes the sand. Literally, not figuratively. Like I think that singular human being, one person, I don't think that they're out there. I don't think there's anyone who is like, hey, sand, this is better. This improved Terraria for me. But, I don't know. Hypothetically, it could happen. You always have to keep that perspective of, maybe somebody, somewhere, is into this. So, not my thing, but I'm sure that somebody had fun with it. Maybe. I'm being so hard on like the what was it, like the like 13th or 20th or whatever, like absolutely free DLC for a game that I put thousands of hours into. If it wasn't clear, I was being reasonably sarcastic, kidding around a little bit. There probably are very many people who like the sand stuff. If you're doing it for the maybe the forbidden armor makes it worthwhile for you, or maybe you felt like the beginning of the game was getting too easy, and I can understand that there's like literally, not kidding this time, there's people who play games for different reasons. But yeah, the sand event did not sit well with me. Ooh, there's a water bolt we missed. Celestial, that's a good water bolt. That's quite a good water bolt. We have not been carrying our water bolt around on us lately, so I don't think we'll start anytime soon. It's weird. I normally would use a water bolt in a Terraria, random Terraria run, but this one it just didn't ever come up. Was never like the right time for a water bolt. We got that mythical. All right, I gotta like peace out of here before I die. Yeah, this thing's gonna fit way less banners than I would like it to. Maybe I'll make the main like area bigger than I was originally planning on. These chests here are mostly just like here to like measure things out for me. They're not really. I'm gonna have steampunk chests there eventually. Right now they're just kind of so I can count out like 6 spaces or however many. These are brass shelves. Nope, no, they're not brass shelves that I've got. Okay, they're dungeon shelves. Just fine by me. And I did grab more copper. I don't have a ton of copper, so I'll have to go get some more eventually. Is that... No, that's too soon. There's going to be so much storage in this... This is going to be basically all my... I almost want to like hold off on this building until I get the steampunker, because I feel like the steampunker is really going to be like what makes this building. But I need the housing ASAP, so I can't exactly wait. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. This is kind of why I generally don't record when I build, because it tends to be a little quiet. Like, I kind of think my thoughts, and I do, you know, what I need to do to get the building done. But maybe thinking through the process is good, because that'll kind of... Do I like those? Is that... I don't know if I want, like, hanging lights. I like the idea of, like, a light hanging off the front, but I don't know if I want lights hanging there. You know what? It's fine for now. It's fine for now. Because I have to remember, I'm probably gonna do, like, a major revision of this building once I get the steampunker. So much stuff in my inventory. In fact, let's go down here. We don't need this water bolt. We'll sell it to this blacksmith. Get a little bit of money. Every little bit helps. Quick stack a little bit of that away. And do I like the glass? I don't know if I want the glass after all. It's fine for now. Get a little bit more copper plating. Wait, I'm gonna need to go find some more copper because... Well, no, not necessarily. Okay, here's my plan. I like the way the copper brick wall looks, but I don't know if I like where I used it. Because I just did, like, traditional, like, I just did like really basic paneling there. I think I might like it better if instead of that, I kind of cut up into this a little bit, like at certain intervals. Yeah, alright. Imps are in my way. And so is the pet for now. Much less crowded. Yeah, okay, I dig that. I think that's a much better like use of the space. Then we'll go get some more glass. Now the big problem is I want these to be rooms. So they're gonna need some kind of furniture in there. I'm tempted to just like, do I want to placeholder this and have it be wood until I get a steampunker? Well, it's not gonna be cogs, so I don't need to do that. There's no way I'm just like cogging that. Way less. I considered meteor for a while, but I think I'm saving meteor for another build. Yeah, let's get that glass back out. I'm trying to remember the recipe, like, what is the... Where's my guide? Also, is this house broken? No, it's not broken. Okay. Just happens to be the amount of NPCs we have right now. Sorry, Painter, you can go hang out where you are. Didn't mean to move you. I mean, I did, but... it's okay. Alright. Broke my train of thought a little bit. Oh yeah, I was gonna go to the guide. Where is... Oh right, that's right, our guide died, so he's probably somewhere totally weird now. Oh, he's in that house. Okay. Oh my god, there's like a million things you can craft with glass now. Let's see, we want the glass chair. Requires a glass kiln. And how do you make a glass kiln? I feel like the glass kiln is also over here somewhere, isn't it? Does the glass... I guess the glass kiln shouldn't have glass in it. That'd be a little silly. I also kind of remember there's 2 recipes for the glass kiln. Is that a thing still? Let's see, you can craft it with... okay, wow, that is a lot of iron. But it's worth it. Like, what do we... I mean, iron is one of those things where, honestly, we could use it later. We do need it for, like, buckets and pumps and mechanical boss summons, but we'll always get more. And, like, how hard would it be to go get some more iron if we really needed some iron? That's some serious, like, man, the glass... Did they change the glass kiln recipe? Like, that seems brutal. I could have sworn this had an easier recipe at one point in time. Like, did you used to be able to make it at... I want to say you used to be able to make... I feel like you used to be able to make the glass kiln for a lot easier. But maybe it was the glass grandfather clock? I don't know. At any rate, we are seriously... Okay, one thing we're going to do is we're going to place the kiln in here. Because it is kind of... It's not necessarily the most steampunky thing in the world. But it's bright, and it fits the bill, kind of. Alright, so... Is there no glass workbench? Okay, there is. Good. Oh, I need more glass. So let's go get some sand. And yep, building... This is kind of an accidental building video. I didn't really plan on doing any major building videos, but... But here we are. Just because that's kind of the way things shook out, and that's fine. We'll enjoy our. We'll look back at this time when we're in, fighting the Moon Lord and say, "Hey, remember when we spent like a whole video just making glass?" I feel like there'd be so many things that would be more appropriate to do like a steampunk, like the steampunk gear, the Martian plating, the meteor, even maybe like the crystal. There's a lot of things that would make more sense for a like a airship, but this isn't like the nicest airship ever. This is like the airship that the this is the Wizard's airship, Like the Wizard is not all about necessarily super fancy all the time stuff. He's about being a wizard. Let's go and get some like I don't like that coin there. Bottle. Yeah, I mean, okay, and then do I need some more copper for the walls? So yeah, it'll feel weird if like the walls are totally different stuff. Yeah, okay, so I should really stay down there until I get like enough copper for like everything I want to do. But copper has been like surprisingly hard for me to locate. There's just not that much in the game. I mean, there's plenty in the game. There's not that much like conveniently by my feet. Uh-oh. I don't know if I really care about flooding this little area, but if I can avoid it, I will. Yeah. We actually needed to go get stone, which was really funny. When we started this, we were like low on stone because we used a bunch for our elevator. Oh, and I found a wooden chest in my adventures to go get stone and copper and stuff. So that's a thing that happened. Is this too close to my house? Yeah, it might be too close to my house. I don't want to be busting up like a big pocket like right by my house. I pity people who, maybe they don't know about cactus armor, maybe they're, like, really old school, and they go, like, feel like they need to make copper armor. Like, I mean this video, by the way. I'm talking about pitying people, I'm picking on Relogic, but I'm just kidding. I pity people who feel like they have to make all the ore armors and make copper armor out of necessity. Because, like, I've been looking for, like, I don't know, like, a little bit of copper, and it's driving me insane. Like, I'm just not finding it. Like, I'm not finding copper anywhere. This is silly. There's iron. I know, like, 1,000 little iron nodes around here. Here's somewhere we've been, but I'm sure when we were last here we weren't on the hunt for copper, so probably can find some. Still picking up dart traps when I see them, just because I don't know. I might wanna do something with dart traps with the dungeon defenders stuff. Hey, a heart that we probably walked right by. Platinum. Another heart, okay. Ice is like the opposite of copper. Don't put that on your chemistry test, by the way. Don't ever. I'm not the person to talk to for like don't use your Terraria stuff for like science class. Ice is not the opposite of copper anywhere except for right now today. Oh my god. See, this is why I record things like this. This is why I play Terraria on camera. Just so that people can see, you know, so that if I someday tell somebody a story about when it took me 5 minutes to find 10 copper ore, I have video evidence. I can prove it. It happened. There's iron. Am I too low? I guess I'm a little low for copper, but it should still be here. It doesn't like stop at a certain level, I don't think. No, it doesn't. Because yeah, it definitely doesn't like stop. Ooh. I do not think I've been here. Okay. Yeah, because if I had, I would have grabbed this chest. I will say it seems like copper is often... Maybe this is just observer bias, but it seems like there's usually a little bit of copper hanging around glowing mushrooms. Maybe that's something, part of World Gen, to be like, hey, these two things look pretty together. This is probably enough copper at this point. We really didn't need that. We really didn't need very much at all. But anyway, traveling merchants around. Let's go talk to him. And I'm gonna go back to building off camera just because I don't like you've seen how slow and methodical I am when I build, and how much I think about what I'm doing. Stopwatch. How fast the player's moving. He has both his foods, so you can see the difference between his foods. If you like, the foe is the more expensive, nicer one. They're both the well-fed buff, but one is. Now I gotta think. Do I want Dynasty Wood? I still don't want the revolver. I wish this was a material for something. It shows up a lot. I don't want the stopwatch because I don't think I'm going for the cell phone. Sell the flare gun. I'll keep the platinum bars just in case I end up building like a bunch of 1 second timers for something. I don't think I need the shingles at any point. But let's get just like a little... I might get shingles later if I find that I need them for a build, but yeah. Get some Dynasty Wood for now. And he didn't have like dishes or anything, did he? Fancy plates? So that's the kind of thing that normally my eyes wouldn't even see, but I might buy here. But alright, well that was a little bit of a mixed bag of building and being too hard on Terraria. And yeah, when we come back next, I will have this house finished, and we'll be back on track with what we were planning on doing, which is fighting a wall of flesh again. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time.